Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lab Classic Remastered. This time I'm taking a look at the 1998 Citroën Saxo rally car. This is one of the arcade mode only rally cars that have been added into GT2 Plus, and you can then win them in the career mode, fully upgrade them, and when they are fully upgraded they are the exact equivalent of the standard Saxo with race mod, except this can't have stage 3 weight reduction. So for all intents and purposes, this is the Saxo with racing mod, hence why the Saxo originally ran without, but now it's here. This is of course based on the Saxo F2 kit car, which is one of my favourite rally kit cars of all time. I think it looks absolutely exquisite. The only thing I'm a bit upset about this being the arcade mode only car is you can't change the colour, so I have to have it in this red, but I guess the red is iconic to Citroën's rallying career. So no. Absolutely exquisite looking car. I love the wide arches on this thing and the little branded spoiler and Saxo down the side. It is very, very cool. I dearly love the Citroën Saxo. It's one of my favourite super minis. One of my biggest regrets is I never really got the chance to own one of these as a first car. I remember there was one down my street that I was going to buy, but I sort of chickened out, which is a bit of a shame because yeah, that would have been a very, very cool car. These are very comfy from what I remember. Like, the seats in them are ridiculously padded. Of course, the rest of the car sort of bounces around like you wouldn't believe. But, yeah, I love Saxos, and I would love to own, like, a VTS or a VTR someday. Anyways, in terms of this one, front engine, front wheel drive, 268 horsepower, 861 kilos. Those are pretty good stats for a small super mini. And when the Saxo last ran, it didn't do half bad. So, I guess it's time to see how the Saxo rally car is going to get along. The Saxo rally car is going to have 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak version. That car set a time of 25.696. The Saxo ain't beating it. It just isn't. Unless there was a Saxo Pikes Peak car I don't know about that's hidden away in this game somewhere. Yeah, it's not happening. Which is a shame, because we like the Saxo. Anyways, last time Saxo was here, it set a time of a 30.840, so as long as this can get somewhat close to that, I will be happy. Typically we've found, I think this is mostly because they run after the standard road cars, the arcade mode rally cars, despite missing out on stage 2 weight reduction, they do weigh pretty much the same as the standard car, and for the most part they are around a little bit quicker than the base car. Mileage can vary with that. We've seen in certain cases where that isn't true. I think the Megane might be one of them, but to be fair, the Megane also had a bigger issue where it wasn't allowed any weight reduction, it just had the race mod on it. And there's a certain other arcade mode rally car in the GT2 Plus mod that actually is allowed to have stage 3 weight reduction. We'll get to that one in due time. I'm really sad that that counted as a corner cut, because if it didn't, it was on for a very good time though. Yeah, this drives pretty much how I sort of remember it. I did think these were turbo. I mean, obviously not standard, it's a 1.6 litre ancient Citroën engine. So this would have been naturally aspirated. I think the VTRs were 8-valve, VTS 16-valve from what I remember of my Citroën Saxo lore. So if you have ever wondered what the difference between the VTR and the VTS is, that's the difference. And much like the 206, no one remembers the 206, the 205 GTI, there's arguments to this day over, oh, is the VTR slightly nicer handling, is the VTS slightly more powerful, that sort of argument. I've had an itchy nose for the last 2 laps, which is slightly distracting, but hopefully we'll get a decent final lap out of this and salvage everything. If it wasn't for that corner bump or wall bump there, we probably would have set a pretty tasty lap time in this compared to the standard Saxo. In case you are wondering, to be honest with you, it's been so long since I ran the Saxo, and to be honest with you, it's been a while since I ran a rally car back to back. In terms of sort of what the differences are with handling between these two, I really can't tell, to be honest. I'd imagine that standard road car, Right, okay. Right. In defense, I don't think that's down to this. I'm gonna say that's down to... I don't really know what. I can't... I can't explain what just happened. I'm not gonna lie. That wasn't... That wasn't in the script to happen. Yeah. Cool. I don't know what to say to that. What? Why is it just gone 0.5 quicker than it? Honestly, sometimes like things just destroy my leaderboard. I'd like everything to be logical, and for the most part, the series has been logical, and then stuff like this just happens. And it ruins everything because nothing makes sense anymore, and it makes me wonder why I even bother. But, at 30.300 dead, will place this into 218th place. Goes in between the Audi A4 Quattro and the TVR Chimera. It is quicker than the Fiat Punto GT, which has been sort of the standout Super Mini for so long now, and yeah, no longer, apparently. Quicker than the Tommy Kaira M30, quicker than the BMW 323 Ti Compact, quicker than the Opel Vectra i500, and the FTO, and the A3. And none of this makes sense. I don't know why that happened. I have no way to explain what just happened. I probably couldn't replicate what just happened if I tried. Yeah. Lots of shocks this week, that's all I'll say. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when, hopefully, nothing completely defies logic or expectations like that again. Until then, farewell.